children going to school. So you can imagine what that impact was like the moment that crane hit the ground, and at the same time, as it's falling, it's clipping buildings, making noise. Not only do you have the crane coming down, but you have bricks raining down as well. So initially hearing that, you can only imagine how terrifying that must have been for those individuals who were nearby when this happened. And without exaggeration, when you stand here and you look down the block, it's really amazing. First to see the size and the scope of the crane, and then you take a look at the debris. I know we have one person we know is dead, 2 others rushed to the hospital in serious condition, but when you consider the time of day, the size of the crane, and the scope of the damage, it's amazing that more individuals were not hurt or even worse. But even though it happened some time ago, there was still some concern, again, about just how stable these buildings are, especially those buildings that were clipped by this crane as it came crashing down here on Worth Street.
Yeah, Jerry, we were speaking with a young man named Gary who was saying that he was actually walking in that area when the crane came down. He was still shaking some almost 2 hours after this incident happened, just probably not only seeing that come down, but also knowing that he could have really been, a victim or possibly gotten hit by some of that falling debris. I'm going to check back with you in a little bit, Dre. In the meantime, earlier we were talking to meteorologist Bill Evans, and even with Jim Hoffer was saying during Sandy, one of the cranes coming down, you look at weather conditions and how much of a factor they play. Bill, you're right here with me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm right here, Lori. I was just looking at the configuration of the buildings, of course, and the winds. The yellow arrows indicate Worth Street coming north-south, Broadway coming north-south, and Worth goes from east to west. And west-east likewise. So that intersection right there, the pink shades on the AccuTrack radar is where I was showing the winds here so far. But the wind has been an issue today because the wind gusts have been around 22 miles an hour at 8:24 when this was taking place. So as we were talking about just a moment ago, this area that we're talking about, this is Broadway and the intersection there where the crane was located. And the shade that I used here is showing where the crane lies right now. So with the wind coming right out of the north and those wind speeds just at about 8:24 this morning, we're at 18. We'll back up the time here and I'll show you it was about 24-mile-per-hour wind. So as we look backwards here on we call this like forensic meteorology, depending on the crane and the type of crane as Jim was talking about so eloquently, it's a wind that's 22 miles an hour, and if it was 200 feet high, which is 18 stories, that wind speed almost doubles. So you're looking at about a 40-mile-an-hour wind across the top of that crane. Wind increases with height, and then you have the buildings around also. So you do have that situation. And not to forget that here's the radar from back at that time. We can back this up and show you the snow was coming down pretty hard at that time as well. We can back it all the way up here to 8:24 and show you that this morning at about that time, snow was coming down pretty hard and the temperatures were at freezing. So you got freezing heavy wet snow on that crane as well as the winds. And, it would make sense that in that 8 o'clock hour, they were moving that crane or trying to lower that crane because of the winds that were taking place. That's way up there, 200 feet, 18 stories high with that kind of wind. And that, we don't know for sure, and we're not saying that that is the cause. But it could be a player as a contributing factor, obviously, when you've got ice and you've got the wind. There didn't seem to be a lot of ice on that crane on the ground, but you don't know how much came off as it's falling, down to the ground and how much it lost once it hit the surface. But you are in a situation where the wind speeds were at least 40 miles an hour with that crane, and that could be a contributing factor to that, Lori.
Okay. All right, Bill, thank you. Our understanding is that crane was actually working on 60 Hudson Street. There's been apparently a building that's under renovation, a long-time industrial building that was going under this renovation to become luxury apartments. They just had the crane, though, parked at 40 Worth Street, and it had been lifting wood and some other equipment to the roof. Also getting word that that victim, the fatality in this, was a 38-year-old male who was a pedestrian who was walking by that area when that crane came tumbling down. But we know it also did come crashing crashing down on several parked cars there on Worth Street, and some of at least 2 individuals who we believe were in vehicles, who were trapped in vehicles, were rescued by the FDNY, and then they were taken to Bellevue Hospital, getting a report that one of them has life-threatening injuries. The other one has minor injuries. That's the latest count right now. We're also still waiting for Mayor de Blasio, who happens to be on the scene, but isn't supposed to have a press conference until about 10:30. So, of course, we'll get to that as well. On the scene, we have 2 of our reporters, Dre Clark. We also have Rob Nelson that are gathering details. To my left, I have Jim Hoffa, who's bringing us some extra information on this particular company called Bay Crane, their history, what they were exactly doing. So you can pick up the story from here, Jim.
Well, I mean, one thing to keep in mind, Bay Crane could have leased this crane to an operator. We don't know if that's the case here. Bay Crane could have also been operating it. But Bay Crane also leases a lot of their cranes. We know that back in 2010, there was an accident involving a Bay Crane down in Wall Street. There were no injuries. It happened on a Saturday afternoon. The crane, for some reason, tilted over and smashed up against a building. A building had to be evacuated, but in the end, there were no injuries. But that's the last accident that we know of involving Bay Crane. Now, we have a well-placed source that has called us from the scene of the crane accident. I don't want to say too much more, except that this person is there and is working the accident. And he says that they were attempting to dismantle the crane to take it down because of the wind. They knew that there was a problem with the wind. It was extended, and they were trying to secure it, and the wind blew the crane backwards. So that is one thing he wanted me to stress, that the crane, they were trying to secure it. So they knew
there was the possibility of something.
Blew it backwards. And that's interesting, because we talked earlier about what type of crane this was. This is a boom crawler crane, and we have some of the guidelines for that type of crane. And when wind is a factor, it severely restricts the use of the crane. In fact, here they even have on operating procedures of the crane, they have a wind speed chart. And anything over 20 miles an hour, Lori, you can see it says the capability of the crane is reduced by 20% when the wind is 20 miles per hour or more.
21 to 30, and that's, and Bill Evans was talking about it was 35 at the time.
And I think Bill Evans also
at that height.
Exactly, at that height, the wind speed can double. This crane was extended at least 200 feet or more. So they were clearly, or at least should have been, operating in a very restricted mode, according to the own operating procedures for that type of crane.
And perhaps they waited a little bit too long. This is something they should have maybe done a little earlier. Just also, before we go back to Rob Nelson on the scene, we want to just bring you up to date on the injuries and fatality. There is one fatality from this crane collapse, 38-year-old pedestrian who lives on the Upper West Side, a man. Also, 2 others have been injured. They were taken to Bellevue Hospital. According to the NYPD, they are both in stable condition. We had gotten a report that maybe one had life-threatening injuries, but apparently they're both in stable condition. No workers were injured on this side. Also, no immediate word on what caused that huge crane to flip over. Don't know if weather was a factor or not. But now let's head back out to the scene. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Nelson is live for us. Rob.
Hi again, Lori. As you can see, still a very active scene here, as it has been all morning long. As you mentioned, a few new details now coming out about exactly what happened here, including the fatality involved in this. A 38-year-old pedestrian who simply was walking here along Worth Street when this massive crane simply collapsed. And as you heard Jim Hoffa just say, they were in the process of taking that crane down because of concerns about the high winds, and that's when the crane literally fell over backwards, not only killing that 38-year-old pedestrian, but crushing several cars, trapping one person inside that car who luckily was rescued here. But as we're seeing here, you can imagine something that was about 20 stories tall collapsing in this kind of weather, that kind of weight, the damage this has inflicted. And again, I want to reiterate for folks who are in this area, what we're still hearing at this point is that there has been a water main break, and perhaps more urgently, potential gas main break in this area as well. But we've been saying all morning too that weather, obviously snowy conditions, windy conditions today, and the crane company, Bay Crane, that owns this equipment that collapsed today, they were concerned concerned about the wind, and obviously then we're trying to take it down, and tragically that is when